Johnny Depp wells up with tears as he receives 7-minute standing ovation for comeback film Jeanne du Barry at Cannes. A year after court victory over ex-wife Amber Heard, Johnny Depp received a 7-minute standing ovation at the premiere of his comeback film Jeanne du Barry during the Cannes Film Festival on Tuesday. The acclaimed actor, 59, who plays King Louis XV in the period drama, teared up while taking in the moment with director and co-star Jeann by his side. The film is Depp's first project since he was blackballed by Hollywood in the years following his ex-wife Amber Heard's abuse allegations in 2016. But after a 6-week trial last year, it was determined that Heard had defamed her ex-husband, and she was ordered to pay him over $8 million in damages, though they later agreed on $1 million in order to put an end to their legal battle. The 76th Film Festival also marked Depp's first red carpet appearance since his court victory. The Edward Scissorhands star was greeted with applause and supported by a sea of adoring fans upon his arrival. Depp couldn't hide his delight about being back in the Hollywood fold after previously being dropped from several projects during the trial, including the Fantastic Beasts film franchise. According to reports, throngs of onlookers shouted Johnny as Depp in purple-hued sunglasses signed autographs and edged back into the spotlight. Jeanne du Barry has been billed as Depp's comeback, though his prominent presence at Cannes has been hotly debated. Despite earning a standing ovation, the critics had mixed reactions to Depp's performance and the film itself. Some were impressed by his French spoken word, while others said it was great to see Depp in subtle and quiet mode. Louis XV reigned over France from 1715 to his death in 1774. He was married to Queen of France Marie Leczinska, but had a number of long-term affairs. Jeanne was his final lover before he died. The highly anticipated period piece was shot over the summer and, along with being his career comeback, this also marks Johnny's first film in French. According to the synopsis, the story follows Jeanne Vaubernier, a young working-class woman hungry for culture and pleasure who uses her intelligence and allure to climb the rungs of the social ladder one by one. The plot continues as she becomes the favorite of King Louis XV, who, unaware of her status as courtesan, regains through her his appetite for life. They fall madly in love. The synopsis reads, against all propriety and etiquette, Jeanne moves to Versailles, where her arrival scandalizes the court. The film also stars Benjamin Laverne, Melville Poupeau, Pierre Richard, Pascal Gregory, and India Hare. The first promo images of Depp in the role were released in late 2022, as well as January 2023. Instead of his signature brunette locks, Depp sports silver hair, and King Louis's famous tricorn hats and elaborate royal garb in the feature film. The period piece was shot over the summer, and it was rumored that it would premiere at Cannes. While the budget for the movie remains unclear, Depp reportedly has an upfront starting fee of $20 million for any role. Depp's involvement with Jeanne du Barry was first teased in July, and is his first film in 3 years. As always, Cannes attracted the great and good of the celebrity world, as A-listers including Brie Larson, Uma Thurman, Elle Fanning, and Helen Mirren stunned onlookers while making their way into the screening. Elsewhere, Michael Douglas, who was to receive an honorary Palme d'Or at the opening night ceremony, walked the carpet with his wife Catherine Zeta-Jones and their daughter Carrie Zeta-Douglas. Brie, who is a juror at this year's festival, put on a show-stopping display in a dazzling gold gown as she joined her fellow jurors and made her way into the glitzy event. Brie, 33, looked radiant in the decadent layered dress, which featured a high neck and flowing sleeves. The actress, who wore her blonde locks in a loose straight style, looked joyful and animated as she waved her arms in the air and danced before heading inside. Kill Bill icon Uma, 53, led the arrivals on one of the world's most prestigious red carpets, alongside her son Levin Hawke, who she shares with her ex-husband Ethan Hawke. Uma looked incredible in an elegant blush gown, which she teamed with a dramatic scarlet cape and a gothic purple choker for her elegant turn in front of the paparazzi. The screen star wore her blonde locks swept up into a chic updo and opted for a neutral palette of makeup. Her son Levin, who is also an actor and has featured in films including The Crowded Room and The Thicket, was every inch the dapper date in a smart black tuxedo and bow tie as he stood proudly beside his mother. It is not the first time that Levin, 21, has attended the festival with his mother, as he was previously pictured on the red carpet back in 2017. Levin has followed his actor parents' footsteps much like his older sister Maya, who had a starring role in Netflix series Stranger Things, as well as recent film Do Revenge. Catherine and Michael's daughter Carrie's made her Cannes Film Festival debut during the same evening. The rising star, 20, looked elegant in a pale pink floral mesh gown with cutout hip details, teamed with platform heels. As the family arrived at the top of the iconic red staircase, Carrie's and Catherine planted a kiss on 78-year-old Michael's cheeks. Catherine, 53, put on a glamorous display in a plunging red gown with a one-sleeve cape detail. The Academy Award-winning actress styled her brunette locks in loose curls and sported a blush makeup look. Meanwhile, Michael cut a dapper figure in a black tuxedo with a crisp white shirt and shiny shoes. The power couple also have a 22-year-old son named Dylan, who is a Brown University graduate. Catherine and Michael met in 1998 and wed in year 2000 at the Plaza Hotel in Nick, and have grown into one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. Meanwhile, Elle Fanning, 25, dazzled as she graced the prestigious red carpet in a heavily embellished ball gown with a structured peplum bodice, complete with a blush tulle train. Elle ensured that all eyes were on her as she flashed a smile for the cameras. She pulled her blonde hair back into a classy updo and opted for a subtle makeup palette with a dusting of silver eyeshadow. The star chose to keep her accessories to a minimum, wearing a silver diamond and pearl choker to tie the look together. Dame Helen Mirren debuted new blue hair and showcased her unique sense of style, as she perfectly matched the color of her quirky nude to her gorgeous gown. Helen, 77, looked sensational in the figure-hugging satin frock that boasted a plunging neckline and sculpted skirt, with matching Soul Bliss platform sandals. The L'Oreal ambassador swept her newly dyed locks high into a Marie Antoinette-style poof to match the movie's French historic theme, as she posed with a fan that read "Worth It," the hair brand's famous slogan. Accentuating her features with makeup, she completed the look with a diamond necklace and matching earrings. Naomi Campbell dazzled as she graced the prestigious red carpet in a silver sequin gown with a plunging neckline from Celine by Hedi Slimane, and boosted her height with matching metallic heels. Stepping out to the event, Naomi styled her brunette hair poker straight and accessorized the look with a chunky cuff bracelet on each wrist. She wore a slick of pink lipstick and later shielded her eyes from the bright lights of the camera flashes with a pair of quirky white sunglasses. Elsewhere, model Alessandra Ambrosio, 42, flashed her cleavage in a sheer pink hooded gown with dazzling jewels and a plunging neckline. As she walked the red carpet, she accessorized with a coordinating chunky necklace and drop earrings, while striking sultry poses for gawking photographers. Having flawlessly applied a full face of makeup to enhance her natural beauty, Alessandra had tied her brunette tresses into a sleek ponytail. This year's festival promises a Côte d'Azur buffet of spectacle, scandal and cinema, set to be served over the next 12 days. It's unspooling against the backdrop of labor unrest. Protests that have roiled France in recent months over changes to its pension system are planned to run during the festival, albeit at a distance from the festival's main hub. Meanwhile, an ongoing strike by screenwriters in Hollywood could have unpredictable effects on the French Riviera Festival. "My wife is currently picketing with my 6-month-old, strapped to her chest," Paul Dano, a juror, said Tuesday, referencing Zokazan. "I will be there on the picket line when I get back home." But with a festival lined with some much-anticipated big-budget films, including James Mangold's Indiana Jones and the Dial of the Destiny, and Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon, the party is sure to go on.